I feel like every single pre-season press conference is about midfield minutes. Were you expecting the exact same thing from you this year?
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any midfield minutes anytime soon. Smithers has been trying for the last 10 years and he's still not getting up there. So, yeah, I'm happy where I am, and we've got a young group. So we need a fair bit of leadership out there. Me, Smithers, Tom Duday. Yeah, so I don't see myself getting up there anytime soon.
I wanted to ask about a couple of the boys who we came down and watched a couple of days ago. They were sore. Dawson and who went up, McAdam. Are they both okay?
Dorso's good. Shano copped a heavy knock, so he's in the concussion protocols at the moment. So from what I saw today, he's recovered really well. But yeah, he's got that concussion protocols to go through now. So he'll have a bit of time off, but he's up and running today. No symptoms.
And the one other concussion, I suppose, protocol of late has been Cedar. Have you seen some positive improvement from him?
Yeah, he's been in and around the club now, interacting with the guys. Obviously, it's a hard one for him. Yeah, it's a tough one with concussion. You want to be careful with. The club's going through the right process at the moment. But yeah, he's been in through the club. Doing a bit of stuff out on the track now, not as much running, but mostly just walking around, getting used to it again. And yeah, he's on the right path, but we'll take it careful with him.
Thanks, man. Let everyone else jump in.
Matt from the Advertiser.
Hey, Luke. Hope you're going well, mate. Lockie Murphy this morning running on grass for the first time since his neck surgery. Good to see him back out there. And I guess what's the latest on him?
Yeah, he's actually been really good since the surgery. He walked to the club 4 days post-surgery. He loves it around here. He just wants to get out there. So I think, yeah, they were just trying to hold him back a bit. He started running pretty hard out there. But yeah, it's always good to see after some serious surgery like he had to him be running around so quickly and be up and about. He's been really positive around the room. So yeah, I don't expect anything less from him. He's a really positive guy, and yeah, he's probably annoying the rehab guys a bit too much at the moment, trying to get ahead. But yeah, that's why we love him.
Bit of a general one, mate. But how have you found pre-season so far? And I guess what has Burjo brought to the group that's different from what you had previously in that space?
It's my 11th pre-season now, so I've experienced most of it. I would have thought. He's definitely got a sort of a Phil Walsh vibe back in 2015 that the young guys probably didn't get to experience. The training intensity, the high speed, that sort of stuff. Phil Walsh really instilled that with the older guys, the work ethic. So yeah, he brings that in, and the young guys haven't experienced that yet, which is really good. But yeah, my 11th pre-season now. They're all as hard as each other, but you just try to improve as much as you can, and I'm just trying to help the young guys as much as I can, especially with that work ethic stuff, which Burjo really loves.
And just finally for me, what's Nixie's main message been to the squad or to the group this pre-season?
Just to continually improve. We can't waste a session out there. Pre-seasons may seem like they go for a long time, but if you waste half the sessions, then you put yourself on the back foot. So you saw last year we came out really strong round one, and that was in the back of a really solid pre-season. And yeah, he's about getting better this pre-season. We've gotten younger again, but that's no excuse. You got to continue to improve each session, and yeah, it's really driven by the older guys at the moment, but the young guys bring the energy, bring the positivity. Yeah, and Nixie's all about prioritising others, so just getting around each other.
Thanks for that. I'll pass it around.
Josh at 9.
Hey, Luke. How you going?
Not too bad, mate.
That's the way. How are your Achilles going, mate? It was quite a frustrating season for him. Sure, last year you're sort of back to your best and full strength.
Yeah, it hasn't been any problems this pre-season, which has been great. Last year it definitely was a struggle. Yeah, not being able to get consistency, and the Achilles being in for a couple of weeks and out again. So in the end, we decided to pull the pin early, get the surgery done, so I was best prepared for this pre-season, which has put me in good stead now. I haven't felt it. I've been able to complete most pre-season sessions, barring 1 and 2, where Burjo and Nixie have told me to call it off a little bit just to make sure we stay on top of it. I guess that's the veteran card there I'm playing now. I don't feel that old, but I'm 29 now. I'm one of the oldest in the group. But the Achilles has been great. Yeah, there's been no issues with it.
Great. Chase Jones was one of those who sort of stepped up in your absence last year. I saw him with the midfield group today. Are you going to lose him from the backs, or are you going to keep him this year?
Oh, I love him to stay back, but he's such a talented player. I can see him thriving in the midfield as well. But yeah, like you said, while I wasn't there and watching from the sidelines, he really stepped up. So did a lot of younger guys like Andy McPherson had a really good second half of the year. Will Hamill as well was really impressive on the track. So it's positive. We've got a lot of young guys pushing for spots, and that's what's going to make us better and make myself better as well, especially towards the end of my career. To continue to get pushed and improving from those young guys is really needed. And yeah, Chase, as you said, he's a talented player, really stepped up last year, and who knows, he could make the step forward into the midfield, but we love him down back as well.
Yeah, great. One of the old guys pushing for spots. It's nice to see Matt Crouch sort of full contact and all those sorts of things. Been a long time since we could say that. Has it sort of been lost how good he can be at full flight, and how much of a boost that would give your team if he was able to get through most of the season this year?
I think so. When you get a player who's won a BNF at the club, all Australian, there's a lot of talent in Crouchy, and he's had a frustrating couple of years really with injury. And he's just loving being back out there with the guys. I think it's pretty tough running on the sidelines. I've experienced it short periods of time, but nothing like he has, and it can be pretty draining. But yeah, to see him back out with the guys now and his positivity, he's really buzzing. And as long as he gets through the next few weeks, yeah, should expect good things from him.
Great, thanks, Luke.
Hazy at 7.
Yeah, go, Brady. How are you, mate? Just a quick one from me, mate. Just one on Billy Frampton. How's he going? And from this point of the pre-season, is there a spot in there in the back line for him?
Yeah, Bill's been really impressive since he's come down back. He's an aggressive player who loves playing on the white line fever, and that's what we need down back. We need guys with that aggression, and he's actually got good foot skills as well. So I've really liked what I've seen from him, and there's definitely a spot there for him. We know we got Jordan Butts, who had a great year last year, Nick Murray as well, and James Borlace, who's competing for those spots. But there's definitely one up for grabs. Everyone's pushing for spots at the moment. Bill's performing really well out there, and yeah, I'd expect to see him this year quite a bit.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.
Madeline at the Inner Sanctum, do you have any questions for Luke?
Yeah, I just wanted to find out what Jordan Dawson has brought to the team. Can you see him playing down back, or just sort of a mix of roles for him?
I can see him predominantly playing in the midfield and the wing. He's definitely got the capabilities to come down back, but with his foot skills and his ability, his talent, we'd like to be him getting the ball as much as possible. And what he's brought, he's come down with great leadership from Sydney. Obviously, they have a good culture up there, and he's come down and he's fit in really well. The group of guys he's come into around the same age, and he's been able to take a real step in that leadership. And yeah, what he's been saying is he's been really happy with how we're going as a group, and compared to what their group is up there. He said our culture is just as good, the way we train, the standards. So for us, it's good to hear that, and the way he leads our younger guys is really good when he's come in.
And also, do you see any youngsters, any smokies that are going to make, a real push for round 1 selection?
Luke Nankervis, I like him. I like the way he plays. I could go through them all, actually. I won't go through them all. There's quite a lot. I like Luke Nankervis. And down back, I would say everyone's sort of pushing. James Borlace, we haven't seen him yet, but the way he plays, the way he attacks the footy in the air is really impressive. Up forward, you got quite a few as well. I think Josh has been the standout in the media, and the way he plays, the way he attacks the footy, he's good in the air, good on the ground. He's got some talent, and he's learning off guys like James Rowe. So, yeah, I'm really happy with the young guys. They're all pushing for spots. I don't really want to single out a few of them and just leave the rest out. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, they're all pushing for spots. There isn't really one that's lagging behind, and they fit in straight away.
Awesome. Thanks, Luke.